Hey, just hiking along this morning. Got a kind of a late start, like I've been saying a lot during this trip. It's interesting coming through Daleville, and been hiking for a while, and you just hike basically right along the freeway. I don't really know if you can hear it in the background, but I mean, it can't be, I don't know, 60, 70 feet to the right of me right now, and it's been like that for quite a while. I think it's a little weird. You feel like you're out in nature, but you hear all the traffic. But it's kind of neat too, and it's a bit of a change of pace. And I expect from the maps and stuff that I've looked at of the AT that, not too far after I get off trail here in a day or two, if I kept on going, I'd hit the Shenandoahs. And then I think after the Shenandoahs, there's probably going to be a little bit more of this, quote, city hiking type stuff than what I experienced in Georgia and North Carolina, and then in the kind of middle part of Virginia. So it is a little strange, but it's also kind of nice. I mean, you want this wilderness experience, but there's something about hiking along and crossing freeways and crossing roads quite often. Like, in the next 3 miles, I think we crossed 2 more roads, and so that'll be, I mean, there's nothing exceptional with the roads. It just kind of changes things up, makes you feel like you hit a waypoint, and it's kind of a nice just little break, come across something other than more trees and grass. So I sort of wish, I could see some of that, get up into the Maryland and New York and some of those places where you're hiking kind of through the city a little bit as well. But anyway, sounds like maybe you're getting a little further away from the highway now. Well, I was wrong. The freeway is getting closer again. I think you can probably hear it now. Can't see it through there, but you can hear the big trucks. Some honking periodically. I'm glad I'm on this side of the trees. Kind of interesting. It almost seems like I'm in a little park, just walking along. It's all mowed and pruned, and we've got cages up around things, and it's I guess just a little, maybe just a green belt that's kind of through town here by the freeway. I'm still really close to the freeway, so it's really nice though. Nice cool breeze coming through. Oh yeah. Woo, feel that. Well, I thought I'd already crossed what would be the 1/3 of the way mark for all the northbound through hikers, but I just crossed a little thing back there that showed that that was 1/3 of the way. So it was just some sticks some people had laid out, so I have no idea if they got it right. I kind of suspect they didn't, but that's all right. It was their celebration. I'm sure they got some good pictures. So I wonder now, I've crossed some highway and some railroad tracks, and it feels like I'm gonna be back here in the woods now for a while. So we'll see. So today is my second to last day of hiking out here in Virginia on the AT, and for the first time since I started out here, I've kind of started reflecting on some of what's happened and how things have gone. Wow, there's a beautiful blue bird. See that? I have no idea if you saw that, but that was really cool. So I just figured it out, and I'm hiking a few less days this time. Last time I hiked, well, I was out for 15 days. I hiked 14. This time I believe I'm hiking 11 days and gone 137 miles. By the end of tomorrow, I should be around 155. Last time when I went out, I did 165. So I'm averaging just a little bit more than I did last time, not substantially. I will tell you, some things are a little different this time. I don't feel like, I guess even though I'm hiking more miles on average, I think I started out right away hiking more miles. And that's why my average is up. I don't feel like I've been out here long enough and been consistent enough with what I'm doing to get that feeling I did last time after 8 or 9 days out, when suddenly I woke up one morning and just felt like I had it, you know? I was feeling good. I could just hike more miles. I didn't get tired. I was felt like I was a little bit of a machine. I haven't felt that this time. Still, you know, I get out in the mornings, I feel great. And by the end of the day, man, I'm really, I just got bit by something. I am really, really dogging and not able to do as many miles as I thought. So, you know, I haven't had a lot of big days. I'm just staying consistent. So, you know, makes me wish I was out here a few more days so I could. And it's a great feeling to have when all of a sudden you feel like you're just really powerful. So that's one difference. I'm gonna switch hands here. Another difference is my eating. I've been, oh wow, that's so beautiful up there. Been hiking through this field now for a little while, kind of out of the woods. You know, last time when I hiked through Georgia, North Carolina, I felt like I think I, you know, wasn't eating enough carbs to begin with, and never felt like eating a lot of food, really. You know, occasionally I'd be hungry. We'd stop into 1 or 2 towns and I'd eat a nice meal, but I really just didn't feel like eating much. This time, I have come out and I've been eating like a pig from day one. Eating a lot more through the days. Before I had to always remind myself, and this time, I mean, I'll eat a power bar, and then I'll eat a Cliff bar, and I'll eat a lower bar, and I'll eat everything, and I just keep eating and eating and eating, and get into a town and stop and have a huge meal. I'm stuffed and feel sick, and by dinner, I'm starving again. So I'm really surprised by that. You know, people talk of the hiker hunger that happens after you've been on the trail for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, where you just kind of insatiable, you can't eat enough. And I didn't feel that before, so I assumed coming out onto the trail this time, there's another little road. I assumed after coming out on the trail this time, after being home for 5 weeks, that I would be just kind of go back to reset. And it hasn't really worked out that way, I guess. It kind of just added on. It seems like I came out here for a couple of days, all of a sudden I'm starving, as though I had been out here for, 3 weeks straight. So I'm not sure why that is, but I'm still losing weight. Not a lot of weight, not like last time for sure, which is probably a good thing. Not that I don't have a couple pounds I could shed, but I'd just be really tired and not able to hike well if I wasn't eating right and eating enough. So that's been quite different. The people on the trail, a little different, for sure. There aren't as many people that are out, saying that they're going to through hike, but, not making it. There's, the people that I see out now are people who have been through hiking the whole time, and so there's certainly less people. They're a little more seasoned, certainly more in shape than I am, and so that's a bit different. Less people on the trail. Trail magic, seen a lot less of. Certainly had a couple of days where there were people out, food and stuff, but not the same way I saw through Georgia and North Carolina. And I guess that's fairly typical. There's so many people, so many hikers who start the trail obviously in Georgia, and so I think a lot of people choose to do trail magic out there. They can impact more people. So it's been less of that, but magnificent people, the ones that are doing it. It's been fantastic. Camping, been about the same. I found out early on I really like just camping out in the middle of nowhere, sort of by myself, or maybe with a person or two others that happen to be set up close by, but can maintain that for sure. Oh, I should take a step back and say that the other day I was hiking along and here comes a guy that looked really familiar to me. And if you watched my videos from Georgia, North Carolina this year, 2019, you'll know that one of the first people I met on the trail, I kind of connected with, hiked together for a day and camped in the same area one night, was a guy named Brian, who now goes by the name of Smiley. Got himself a trail name. I saw him out there. I said, "Brian, how you doing, man?" He said, "What in the world are you doing here?" And I said, "I go by the name Smiley now. You got to call me Smiley." So that's what I'm doing. And I guess maybe that's about it. I certainly feel the same way as I did last time, where I'm not ready to get off the trail. I feel like I should be out here hiking this whole thing, go back and fill in the gap from Fontana, North Carolina up to Bland, Virginia, and then get back on here and just go all the way to Maine. But that's not going to happen. So it's going to be hard to leave again. But lots to do at home. Lots of stuff to finish on the house. Lots of things to do this summer. And, back of my mind, a couple of summers from now, I think maybe I'll be able to figure out a way to get out here and make this whole thing happen. We'll see. at the campsite, and this little thing that is weird. I don't know if that's a frog or a toad. I guess it's probably a frog. I've never seen one like it before. Hey, buddy. Pretty cool. Alright, this is most likely the last campsite for this trip. Tomorrow night I should be staying at a motel so that I can shower up and be ready to get up at 4 in the morning and head out for my flight. Try to be clean so nobody has to sit next to me smelling like I smell now. So yeah, found a nice spot. You can't really tell it, but it's only probably 30 feet straight ahead there is where the actual trail is. So just right off the trail, and nice views on both sides, and should be a good place to spend the rest of the night. So I got through this entire trip without using my paracord, extra paracord loops here that I put on when I was in Georgia last time, because occasionally there's something with the ground you can't get stakes to go in, so you need to have something that you can put rocks through, you know, to pull your tent tight and just hold it instead of using stakes. I didn't need them at all this time, so that was nice. And I'm ready to eat. Good night.